Already put out more than a dozen fast-moving fires across southern Idaho. Nearly 30,000 acres have burned across the state. Right now, the National Interagency Fire Center is at its next to highest level of preparedness. The city of Nampa has announced its first burn ban ever, but Boise is not following suit, and we wanted to find out why. Fink is on your side with answers.
Michelle, currently the Nampa Fire Department is stretched thin on the front lines, and it's only the end of June. They hope this burn ban will give its firefighters much needed rest. Firefighters in Boise, however, say conditions aren't severe enough to enforce such a ban. Massive wildfires in Colorado and Utah are affecting thousands of people. And here at home, dozens of small blazes in the early days of summer have firefighters working on overdrive. Nampa just enforced a citywide burn ban. Boise opted not to exercise such a ban. Weeds, lumber, and gardening waste are all legal to burn in Nampa when a ban isn't in effect. But the burn ordinance in Boise is already more restrictive even without a ban.
If you do have a burn permit, the only things you can burn is ditch banks and fence rows.
Under the Nampa ban, as my colleague Matt King showed us, controlled burns in fire pits and fireworks are okay. But Deputy Chief Doug Strohsnyder would rather see that 4th of July tradition in our neighborhoods banned as well.
I think that would be very appropriate this year. Everything's fine until there's an incident. It's a double-edged sword.
One of the reasons Nampa instituted a burn ban, it's far fewer resources than its neighbor directly to the east, and Deputy Chief Strohsnyder says this is the worst June in 20 years he can recall, and fire season has only just begun.
Well, they go to fire, and then when Mrs. Smith across the street from the firehouse is having a heart attack, and they're 10 minutes away fighting a fire, they're not going to be able to provide the service to her that she's hoping for.
But firefighters in Boise say with the restrictions already in place, an official ban isn't necessary.
I just don't see it. It's already been hot in other summers, and we think we already have it covered.
But in the early stages of a very active season, is it better to be safe than sorry? And due to the wildfires, Colorado's governor enforced a statewide burn ban. Governor Otter discussed such a ban with several fire chiefs. They all decided to leave that enforcement up to each individual city. Live tonight in studio, Fink, Today 6 on your side.
Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.